In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a mix-up of footage from this analog quad. Basically a Mobula put onto a Mobula 7 V2 frame. It's the lightest of the 75 frames. It's even lighter than the Meteor 75 Lite. So I wanted to try building with it. It's a little bit tricky because the motors have to be screwed onto the frame and then soldered onto the FC if you want them to be routed like this, if you're doing direct soldering. If you were to try to solder it and then pull them through, there's nowhere in this frame that the motors fit through these side holes because there's these bloody things in the middle, so you can't fit the motor through the little holes. So it's a bit of a nightmare build. You can see it on my live stream how I did it. I'm not sure if I'll be doing it again with this frame just because it's pretty annoying. I glued a little piece of sponge in there because I like flying 300s to get the best flight performance. And when I'm outdoors, I'd rather fly my indoor drones, but you can see I just kind of glued a little bit of foam there to make it tighter so it stays there. We're also flying this. This is actually my favorite drone. I bought a switchback to test out to see like if I would really like it, but it left me missing this drone. So every time I try a 5-inch, the 5-inch that I've enjoyed the most is the Recon 5 long range because it's just light and it flew really well, but I don't think it's that like durable. It can't really take a beating. This, on the other hand, has I think this has 3.5 or 4 millimeter carbon, so it takes a beating. On top of that, it has the bumpers. We got the 1504.5 motors. They're super smooth, just enough power to just feel amazing. It's a really well balanced drone that feels really good. It's a Discus, of course. We have a 45-degree angle, and then I designed a 45-degree angle naked Runcam. And this, the way that I designed it, it protects the Runcam. The whole camera is covered in E6000, so it's all like waterproof. And then if it ever does take a hit, there's soft TPU here and harder TPU here. So it gives. You can also be able to push the button nicely like that. And then I made these for protection, and I have other ones with ND filters on them. So it's just, this all takes a beating. And because the cameras are like inside the body and it's so tight, I've actually like, I don't hit the camera. It's pretty hard to hit the camera ever since I've been making these really tight builds. The camera's not sticking out as much. Well, like it is, but it's like it's tight inside the body, so most things are going to hit your propellers or your arms before having to worry about any of that. So far, the only thing that I break is arms once in a while, and I haven't broken arms on the 3.5 yet. I break them on the 3 millimeter plates. So I'm building a bit more with the 3.5 millimeter to see if that's kind of the best balance between strength and everything. But this, it's a pretty tough frame. It takes a beating, definitely like 2 times stronger at least. I'd say like 5 times stronger than the bloody Happy Model Crux 35. So you buy a Crux 35, you stick it on this frame, and you end up with a premium build. These are the 2 drones that you're going to see flying in my little compilation today. But just a little update. So then we have our 2 little HD0 drones, my little HD0 Whoop, and my HD0 Discus. So these were in yesterday's little compilation video. And then I have my little 85 Lil Punk, and this thing is only 59 grams, and it's amazing for just flying indoors around people, not having to worry about hurting anyone or anything. And stock, the Mob 8 flies for 1 whole minute, and it's crap unless you want to just fly straight. You put it onto this, you build it like this, and with a 300 mAh battery, I'm getting about 3 minutes of flight time. So if you put a 450 on there, I'm sure you get around 5 minutes of flight time. But I like it super light because it's so easy to control that way. Plus, it makes it easier to have the bi-blade props, and it is a bit louder. But if you're flying in crowds of people, nobody hears it anyways. I do really like these new GemFan bi-blades, the 2008 2 inches. They hover really well. Like it made it a lot easier to hover, and it saved us about 1 gram of weight. This is my DigiDisc. So this is actually a digital Discus that I haven't really shown a lot or really featured. It's also in a in a the strongest aluminum you can get. I'm considering making these available. I kind of just did it for myself, and it took a crazy hit where it smashed straight into the pavement, and I thought for sure, oh my god, the arm is going to be dented. But when you look at it, that's all that happened. Like, it just scraped it a bit. That's like a scrape. It's not dirt. I don't know. It just scraped the aluminum pretty good. But like that fully like smashed into the concrete driveway, and it was totally fine. But you can fit. So if you do a all-in-one and a naked vista, it can fit in a 18 millimeter stacked frame, and that's terrible protection for the camera. I haven't really worked so much on the digital Discus that much yet, but I have some new ideas. So we're doing a nighttime build. We're going to do a polar. So it took me a while to kind of get this design a little bit smaller, but I'm going to be trying something new, a new way of like configuring the Discus. Stay tuned for that. And then after I'm done doing, I want something to be able to rip around in the night, and the Polar actually looks better than the 03 at night. So we're going to be doing that build, and then afterwards we're going to be doing an 03 Discus. I tried putting like these connectors from the side, but I'm going to have to do something like this where I come up from underneath. And that's all coming along. But basically I have this idea where I want to have my little analog big Discus, my little HD0, my big HD0. I want to be able to offer these to people. It's great for racing. I love my little whoop and everything. But honestly, like, just if you're looking at everything and you want to just start and to be able to have tons of fun, I love analog. Like, I have more fun flying this thing than I do flying my digital one. Like, I don't know, with digital, I find I do feel the latency a lot, and lots of the time I'll just smack into something and I feel like I didn't smack into it. I've never had that problem on analog. And HD0 I like too. I trust this one, and this is the same thing, right? But it's just, I'm still kind of scared of using it a bit. Like, I just don't feel as connected, and I don't have the HD0 goggles. I'm not ready to spend 600 American dollars when I have Skyzone 04Xs with the thing. Like, it's still nice, but when you just compare the regular HD0 to regular analog, the HD0 looks a bit nicer, but I feel more connected. I think it feels like there's less latency here. Maybe it's just because I've flown this so much and I just feel like I trust it. I don't know. Share your thoughts.
Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. calling me royalty.